Welcome to the Microsoft Tips Showcase, where we provide quick single-topic videos on how to do something within Microsoft 365 related tools such as SharePoint, Dynamic, Office, etc. These tips are brought to you by SV MacPack, a certified veteran-owned and HubZone consulting firm supporting primarily the U.S. federal government. In support of our customers' need to maximize the value of the tools they currently invest in, we started creating video tips. We hope these videos help you as well. This video is part of a series of videos that began with episode 15, introducing you to the Microsoft 365 products as if this is the first time you're seeing any of it. We'll move quickly to keep the videos short, but let's go ahead and get started with Intro to OneNote. OneNote, it's kind of like a note taker, so if you've ever used Franklin Planner, I use that kind of as an example where you used to be able to categorize a lot of the information you had, but Franklin Covey or Stephen Covey used to advocate always keeping things in one place. And I look at OneNote as that same way. It's a way to keep all of your stuff in one place. Now the balance between that as it relates to Microsoft 365 and collaborating with colleagues is that once you begin to get to a stage where something that's in OneNote should be shared, then maybe you're sharing it with others, either using OneNote with the team or sharing off certain parts of your OneNote or taking it out and putting it into a different location. But OneNote's a great place for brainstorming, note-taking, and keeping it all with you. As always, you can access different apps like OneNote from multiple places. So here you can access it via the app launcher or on the home page. If you're there, you can come here to this icon. We're going to go do that. Click on OneNote. It opened up a new tab, and it's opening up OneNote Online. And into this, it's opening up a OneNote example that I have here. OneNote organizes the data basically in three ways, right? In each OneNote file, you have sections. And so here I have three sections: tips, budget, and office move. And then in each section, you can have pages. And then the pages obviously have the content, and that's the meat of where you're at. So here I'm using an example of the pages to track the ideas I might have for tip videos, or if I want to do advanced tips, what are some of those ideas? And then also maybe I have a script or an outline or a process that I follow that I would want my colleagues to be able to follow as well if they're doing videos or if they take over this responsibility for me. So this is really handy. I use it as kind of a notepad, so OneNote being a notepad. Also, you might have budget ideas throughout the year. I might be just tracking ideas of what's there. This is not my official spreadsheet budget area, but it's just a place for me to track maybe wish list items that I have for marketing for 2019 as I go through this year planning on the next year's budget. Office Move's a handy one. In here, I just used an example of, let's give it a title, so layout option. And here I'm just mentioning, I haven't finished writing it in, but I started doing some early drawings. Clearly I'm not the artist in the world, but doorways, that's what that line means. Some offices that are around, and I thought it'd be nice if in the office we would have a jacuzzi and a lap pool, for those of us who want to either exercise or relax during the day as we work, because that's an option for all of us, right? Anyways, it's good stuff for us to just be able to put it down. I call these wireframes. I do another activity where I'm brainstorming different application ideas with customers. Well, I can have a different app listed as each one of the sections, and one of the pages could be wireframes like this where they're very fast. You can do them as a team. Somebody else can come in. I put here an option that right now you see I have some bullets, but if I went up here, I could say, show me authors. You see this one? I say show me authors, and if you're doing collaboration, you can see who's inputting what, and it allows you to go back to your team and say, hey, Joe, what were you talking about there? So anyways, those are the activities for OneNote. You'll see it has a typical style ribbon for everything else. There's the drawing tools I mentioned. Just like everything else, you have the ability to do normal editing as you would in any Office products, which is pretty cool. So let me go ahead and close that right there, and that was a quick intro to OneNote, and that concludes this lesson. I hope you found this tip useful as you continue to use Microsoft 365 related products in support of your day-to-day job. Please provide me with feedback in the comments. Let me know how I can make these tips more relevant and useful to you, including possibly suggesting tips you think we should create. Finally, if you found this review helpful, please share it with others on one of the social media platforms or just give it a thumbs up. I'm your host, Neil McDonald with SV MacPack. I thank you for joining me today and hope you'll join me again for other tips.